Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's 4:32. Heart vibration. Hmm. How nice does that feel? Hello and welcome. As you come on, say hello. I'd love to welcome you. Just pop a hi in the comments. So here we are in the last quarter, or almost the last quarter phase of this first moon phase of the year. We've just had the Wolf full moon, which is, of course, the first full moon of the year. And Wolf Moon is all about intuition, in heightened intuition and spiritual guidance. So, have you noticed that for yourself that you are hearing or feeling your intuition more and listening to it, acting on it, trusting it? I mean, intuition is something that we develop by using, and it's a bit like muscles at the gym. We keep using it, and the more we do that, the stronger it is, the more we get to trust it and allow it to be a guide in our life rather than looking for external um, confirmation, which we can also receive that, but really trusting and listening to our own internal guidance system, which of course is our intuition and honoring our heart and our soul's journey. So we're heading towards Lammas. In December, we had the summer solstice for us in the southern hemisphere. Of course, it's the opposite in the northern hemisphere. So high summer, the longest day, shortest night. And with that energy's been shifting. And the first quarter, or the first, not quarter, the first eighth of the wheel of the year is coming up on the 1st of February, Lammas, which is all about the harvest. What are we going to be harvesting? What's harvesting in our life? What have we um, been nurturing and watering and adding energy to that we're harvesting now in our lives? So that's a little bit about the energies. And, if you are feeling like you're not so clear about where this year is going for you, then maybe it would be a good opportunity to spend some time, you know, really connecting in and asking, what is it that you would love to bring about this year? It's never too late to create a vision board or to, set your intentions for the year. And if that feels too much, set your intentions for the quarter or the month, the cycle. It's always a great thing to do. So let's get on and do an overall card reading, and then we'll get on and do individual readings. And I think the comments are mucking up a little bit, so I'll check on them in a minute. So here we go. We've got the path. And we've got the path that is she's walking, but she's also got the window, a portal, if you like, into another dimension. And this is so true of where we are right now. You know, we live in this very three-dimensional world, but of course we're feeling a lot more into the fifth dimension. And so much is changing when we're raising into that and expanding into that fifth dimension. It's way less about efforting, and it doesn't mean that we don't effort, we don't, not so much effort, we don't act, we very much act, but it's not with effort. It's not the way that we used to, you know, manifest. I'm not even so sure I like that word anymore because it does remind me of the efforting that we used to put into things, you know, in the early 2000s and even into, you know, the 2010s, that it was all about, you know, for getting the idea and then forcing out, visualizing, visualizing, visualizing. Those things are all great to do. But we don't have to force it. We don't have to make anything happen. We have things to happen these days. So how clear are you about your path? And I'm going to put a link in here today because this feels really relevant for what's going on. Let's do this. For my intuitive guidance sessions, they're there for anybody that wants to receive some guidance. Okay, there are some of you on here. Here we go. There you are. You disappeared on me. Good morning, Bronwyn. So lovely to see you. So lovely to connect with you recently. Hey, Sharon. Happy New Year to you too, and good morning, Catherine. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's do this. I'm getting the word ease with what you're talking about. Yeah, it is ease. It's that open-hearted gesture that's really about, it's not pushing, it's the opposite to pushing. It's about stopping and connecting and breathing and noticing and listening and trusting and then moving again. It's a really beautiful way of working, far less efforting. Alrighty, let's go up here. Let me just catch all of these. Catherine, of course, and Sharon. And Bronwyn. All right. Okay, we'll start there. And anybody else that pops on, I've popped the link in there for my intuitive guidance lessons, for anybody that would like to book support. I love these sessions. They often feel like, for me, that they help quieten all the chatter. We actually know all of the things that we want to achieve, but we have so much chatter going on that we can confuse ourselves and miss the things that are important. So when we have an intuitive guidance session, it allows to quieten the mind. We cut through that all that mind chatter. Okay, so we're doing this for Catherine. Purity. Talking about mind chatter. So purity, look at what you see in this image, first of all. You know, we've got the white, so the purity over the mind. You can see there's a butterfly just near her third eye. So what does butterfly mean? Transformation. And then you've got an image of a version of herself in the background there facing away. So that's, to me, this card today in this moment for you feels like it's about acknowledging the past versions of yourself that overthought and really connected into that looping around and repeating patterns, that there's a lot of growth occurred, you know, for you, particularly last year. and just be mindful that, we never arrive anywhere, that we're um, you know, offered the opportunity to create practices. That's why I call it my morning practices, practices that keep us on the path that we are wanting to choose. So, on the path of um, honoring ourselves, backing ourselves. And it doesn't mean that self doubt won't come in. Absolutely. I've made a lot of changes this year. And of course, self doubt comes in when, in those quieter moments. And then, okay, what do I need to do to remind myself that I've made the best choices for me? So again, it's connection, it's going into nature, making that connection. It's listening to something that uplifts me and reminds me. It's having a conversation with somebody. It's journaling. It's all of those things. So, acknowledging the growth and the changes that you've made, and also making sure that you're still creating those practices that help you keeping going in the direction that you want to go. All right. I hope that that serves you. All righty, Sharon. The card jumped out. I was just checking whether it was the right one. So I'm just going to, okay, there it is there. Shuffled a bit and we go acceptance. Okay, so this is the acceptance of the divine grace that is available to you, and it's at a new level. So I know that you're being supported with the intuition and the guidance that's coming through as you deliver your offerings, but it's a new level of that. So that's an expansion. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure if you've dabbled with, I know that you do psychic readings, but have you dabbled in mediumship? Is that something that you're feeling into? This is what's coming through for me, that it feels like that might be what you're opening up into, which case is very exciting. And it's a whole new learning, right? How you get to trust when you are seeing um, visuals of passed over loved ones that are coming through to give our clients a message, and you'll get used to the things that you see. If I see the vision of a gentleman in sort of old brown trousers standing next to a shed, that to me is that this man is somebody that, worked on the land, that was a, very down to earth kind of gentleman, generally a grandfather that comes through. And so I'm curious to know if you have been, considering, is that something that you already offer, or is it something that you're considering offering in the future? So, but certainly there's an expansion of the divine grace coming through for you. Very nice. These comments are a little bit delayed today, but we'll catch up with them. So we'll move on to Bronwyn. Busy Bronwyn, who is working on being less busy and more focused. Alrighty, there we go. The unexpected. This is a lovely card that comes through, and it's about, and again, you can see that there's the two women are there in front of the energetic portal. So the unexpected coming through for you. Something, and it will be coming through another dimension, so it's not necessarily, so it have a connection to it, it'll have a meaningful connection to it for you, that will really assist you in moving forward and having that clarity around soul purpose. I mean, you are living your soul purpose. We talked about this the other day. it feels more about confirming it within you. So be open without putting too much pressure on it because it'll come and you'll go, oh, that's what she was talking about. Or it may have already arrived and it's confirming that for you. It's very nice too. There's a lot of divine messaging. I mean, it's all divine messaging, but particularly about, the support that's coming through from the divine, which of course is available to all of us all of the time. It's just as to whether we're connecting into it, whether we're listening to it. I had probably two or three clients the other day or at the end of last week that all said, I miss my mum. I just wish I could have a cup of tea with her. And I reminded them that you actually can. Go boil the kettle, sit down, and, their mothers have passed, and then have this conversation. Start talking and then listen to the responses because they will come. And, we can have these connections with all of our past over loved ones. It's just that we get all up in our head and stop, well, we second guess it all. So, really beautiful. I'm also going to just let this refresh this again because for some reason it seems like comments have slowed. Oh, there we go. That's better. Hey, Julia, nice to see you. Of course you can. Right, and we've got Barbara. Lovely to see you. Catherine saying, thank you, Kim. Perfect card for me. Starting this new year, I am ready for change and more growth. Woohoo! That's so beautiful. Good on you. Alrighty, Sharon saying, hi Kim, yes, you are spot on. I'm exploring the next step, which would be mediumship. Just struggling not with apostasy, but we'll work on it. Look, that's really super normal. And again, that's the ego getting in the way, right? Trust your intuition. I've had so many times when something will come through and I go, um, that seems so random. And then I've learned to go, just say it. Your job is to just say it. I'm thinking of one in particular where I said to this lady, what's with the red car down the back, which seems so offbeat to what we were talking about. And floods of tears came, and there was a whole story around all of that, of course. So just, trusting that you're given the expansion of your gifts at the perfect time, and that's exactly what I'm doing here today, right? Is confirming for you what you already feel is right. So, yeah, just quieten that mind, trust. You're doing a great service. It's such a gift to be able to affirm something for somebody and really help them to remember that their loved ones haven't gone anywhere. They've just changed in their form. So, good work, good work, good work. And if I can help you at any time, let me know. So that's really beautiful, and you're welcome. And Bronwyn, thank you. I feel much more clarity already. So nice. Well, that's all on you, my darling. So good job. Well done. Let's get on and pull some cards now for Julia. Here we go. I've got purity for you. So I'm just going to feel into this a little bit because it feels different to Catherine's card. So purity is, I'm wanting to clear away. And the energy that I had when I was shuffling the deck was Native American Indian. So it's like drum journey, it's sage, it's like I'm being shown like a truth dart or something. So it feels like, I don't know if you're thinking about a retreat or delving into shamanic work or doing something more along those lines. This is confirmation of all of that. Um, So it's purity in as much as which pathway are you wanting to take. And often often, I think all the time, with our spiritual journey, we learn all these different modalities, and we gain all of this different information, which is coming from the same source. It's different people's interpretation, and of course, we hear it from this person, and it really lands where we might not. Hear it from this person, it might not make sense. So we're doing this so that we can then form our own understanding and our own way of delivering our information. So that's what this card is about. I know it seems a little bit ambiguous, Julia, but it is about, gathering those pieces. And I feel like you might be considering another modality to add depth and richness to your offerings. Okay, that felt like they suddenly rounded that up. So with you. And do by this time come back and refresh the comments and see what you have to say about that. Okay, they definitely want you to have that card. Extremes. This is about balance, Barbara. So this is finding the point in the flow that is the balance point for you. So we don't want a great big, if we're looking at the landscape, we don't want a great big loop here and a tiny little loop here. We want to get that nice and even. And of course, there's a little bit of energy work going on there right now for you. So I'm feeling like I'm around heart space. So therefore, I would be suggesting that you're either giving to, I don't want to make a judgment on that you're giving a lot, and it might be a little bit out of balance that you're not giving to yourself. Or it could be that you're not doing and you could be doing, so that you're sitting in non-action, because our head gets in the way, or whatever that is for you, but finding that equilibrium, finding that balance again, for yourself. Let me refresh these and see how we do. I'll pull it up there and then do it again. Okay. Let's go down. Alrighty. Hey, Brooke, nice to see you. And thank you for your recommendation. I appreciate that a lot. You can have a card. Thank you again, Kim. I will book a session with you soon. Oh, I look forward to connecting with you. I have a lot of cards open at the moment, looking at breath work. Okay. So, so that's, shamanic in its nature, right? So, spot on. So I'd say that's good confirmation for you, and to be able to, to remember that this is, you're putting this all together for your form of offering. So, great work, confirmation, beautiful. So, Brooke, we're going to pull a card for you. Popping out there, acceptance. So we've got themes coming up here. This is divine acceptance. So acceptance of your intuition and allowing that, allowing yourself to live more from that space. So it's about opening up into, when we're asking for questions, let's go for the simple one. We're going to park the car and we say we give thanks for the perfect car space for us. When we receive the car space, to say thank you for it. It acknowledges it to the universe, but it also acknowledges it to ourselves, that we were co-creating in that process. So that's a very simple version of it. But when you live from that place of opening your heart space, listening to your intuition, then it's about accepting it. Hey Bonnie, she's just putting a ceiling on that. Thank you for that. Accepting it. So acknowledging that you've received the information and you're going to take the appropriate action if that's what's called for. If you're wanting to use your intuition more and you're not then acknowledging it, you're not strengthening that. Um, does that make sense to you? Do you want more clarity on that? Um, you've got a whole spirit team working for you, and maybe it would be helpful to do a meditation. And if you jump on my YouTube channel, there is a meditation connect with your spirit guides. It's pretty simple, but it can be really great if you're looking to connect with somebody new on your spirit team or opening up more. Maybe you don't know who's on your spirit team yet. It can be really great to acknowledge, who is there on your spirit team, who's helping you. And they all have different qualities that they bring forward for you. So, okay, they're saying, okay, enough, don't overwhelm. All right, just let me refresh these again. All right, beautiful. Um, Barbara's saying, thank you, it resonates. Beautiful. I'm so glad that it does. And hopefully, Brooke, that resonated with you as well. Um, I feel like we've come to a nice place. I'm just going to give it a moment because everything seems to be a little bit slowed down. So there's a message in that for us as well, right? Slowing down gives us that space to be able to hear a lot more and to connect in a lot more rather than just rushing around all the time, which can be a little exhausting. So what have we got coming up? As I say, we've got coming up Lamass. So for those who are local to me here, we are doing a Reclaim the Feminine visioning session on the 8th of February, and there's a 7th of February option as well. So we will be coming together to do that. And I'll continue to do these sessions. If you are needing support in any way, please let me know. Reach out if you can't find the links to book anything, and you're wanting something, just either pop it in this group or send me a messenger message, and I'm more than happy to serve you. So feels like we've come to a nice space. Make sure that you're slowing down a little bit as um, the moon phase. We've come off that high full moon energy. So just, yeah, it's not stopping, it's just slowing a little bit, create a bit of space in your day. And I look forward to connecting with you all again, either one-on-one or next week on this Facebook group. So lots of love, everybody. Be gentle with yourselves. Bye for now.